Woodworker Kid here with a new video. This is EDURA SWORD Part 3. I'm now starting editing. Okay, we're off the bat with the sword. I'm showing the original one. See how it is. I think it's too light for you guys to see. Now I'm showing off the EDURA SWORD, the one I'm copying for you guys. Now this is a hand plane, using it to plane the corners, so the blade can actually have edges and look like a sword. I just start quitting on that and then fix on the guard. If you look at the original, the corners of the guard are planed out, and that's what I'm doing. You can either use plain sandpaper or, as you see right there, chisel. But I'm pretty sure a plane is very quicker, very fast than sandpaper and chisel, and it's more accurate. Now taking off the corners. This is one of my new edited videos. Still working on it. Well, this is already gonna be out. Yeah, just taking off the corners on both sides. Now doing the going back in the blade. Now where the blade is on the other side, it doesn't have to have a blade edge. It just has to be round over with, again, either sandpaper or a chisel or a plane. I'm putting less work on the back of the back edge of the sword. Now this is a technique. If you hammer in the front of the plane, it'll put out the blade. If you hit it back, it'll put back the blade. I hit it in the front so the blade can go more, so it can take out more material. Now, as you see, the blade get hit by the guard, and so it can't go all the way. Again, you use a chisel for that. If you're still planing to make the back edge. All the noises from outside, and also my parents, but I don't think you can hear that. Just planing the blade, planing. This is my first recording, so I don't know how it's gonna go. Again, the plane is getting hit by the guard, so it can't go all the way. Still, I'm just making the blade edge. Now, be more efficient. Well, I needed to clamp my sword down so I can work on the handle, but I needed a piece of wood to excuse me. I needed a piece of wood to support the sword, but I just saw that the blade needed some more work. Again, as you can see, the chisel will get the edge. I needed to hold the workpiece down. I'm still working the lighting. I don't think it's very good. Just taking out chips, taking out material so you can see the edge of the sword. Now, when you use a chisel, just be careful to not cut your hands, especially a sharp one. Or if you can't see that. I try to use my sword as the piece of wood, as a shim to support my piece, but it quite didn't work, and my clamp was too short to clamp the wood down. I was trying to check if you guys can see the handle. I was trying to move the camera so you can see it, but I clamped the tripod, well, my homemade tripod, on the table. I was trying to chisel, but I forgot where to chisel at, so I made some marks. Oh, I got a new shim. I was use my chisel. You can either use a chisel or sandpaper right here. I just try to mark where I should chisel, right where I should take out wood with my chisel. Just taking out chips. Now make sure to chisel in that line, because that's where your hand goes, and you have to round it out. Now my chisel is extremely sharp, so it did a good job with it. I just needed my mallet for a couple work on the handle. Now just taking out chips, making a good edge. Now right there in the front, in the very top of the handle was a notch, and so it was kind of hard to take it out with just my force with the chisel. As you see, it was kind of getting hard right there, and I noticed that it was a notch, so I got my mallet. I took out a piece well, a big piece off the wood, but it was okay. If you take out a big piece, you can always just use sandpaper, like 80 grit, to round it off. Trying to get some detail work. Trying to get it all even on the handle. Again with my mallet, trying to cut off some of that notch. Those notches are very hard, so you gotta be careful when you're taking it out. Especially if you chisel it out, it'll take like a big piece. Now that's 80 grit sandpaper. I tried to write it down, but I already knew what it was. I was trying to write it down for you guys, but I was gonna say it already. Now I was trying to smooth out the front of the handle. Smooth, trying to make it good for your hand. Always when you're making a handle, always make it round, kind of a round shape and smooth, so you can feel comfortable in your hands. Now I'm trying to turn it around, do the other side of the handle, doing the same thing. Gonna mark where I'm gonna chisel it out. See how sharp the chisel is, going through it like it's nothing. Also, the hand plane was going through the sword like butter. It's because I use the sharpening stone to sharpen my hand tools. Right there was going in the clean cuts, so that's good. So you don't have to sand a lot of material. Now again, there was a notch, and so there's a notch right there on the other side of the handle. I'm trying to use my mallet. I was taking some off, but it was about to take a big piece, but I decided to leave that. So I try to chisel it out the other way, using the mallet. Chisel to get the handle right. Use the mallet as help. If you can't use your own force, you can always use a mallet, but with soft soft hits. And don't use a hammer because it'll kind of mess up the handle of the chisel. Trying to get as much material so to make it round. I switched it out with 120 grit to make it even more smoother. I could have went farther and went to 220. Delicate process of making swords on my channel. Now this is the final step: polyurethane, or just put in any type of paint. I usually put polyurethane because that's what I had the most. I have like a quart, and that's what you use to open up cans like polyurethane and other paint cans. Open it up. Try to get one of my pliers because I always leave a brush in there. Because if you just take out a brush, it'll dry and won't be used anymore. Now that's a cheap brush from Walmart. It still works nice if you just leave it in the can. I left it aside because that much dip of polyurethane was enough for the whole sword. That can was a lot of polyurethane, so it was a lot. It was a lot for that one side of the sword. Trying to get. Once you polyurethane or paint a sword, you're always trying to get all the sides. Like if you use wood stain, this is a type of wood stain, I think. Polyurethane protects woods from all weather. It makes it look nice, kind of a dark color. And it protects it from stains, water, like ice, I think. And from dirt. Now I'll try to get the guard. Sorry I couldn't get that on camera. Again, just wipe everything. Just paint every side, every spot of the sword. I was getting the handle right there. I was trying to close, open it up to put in back the brush. Yeah, that's all I needed. Paper towels. Whoa, that's actually napkins. You can use napkins or paper towels. It'll still work the same. But you gotta let it dry for a little bit. Like let's say 5 seconds. what I did. Now you want to dry every spot because you once polyurethane touches wood, it'll soak it up, and if you put it everywhere, it'll soak every spot. Now one coat of polyurethane is enough for one sword. I don't use more than one coat of polyurethane. This quart of polyurethane is like $12, but I got it at somewhere cheap, and it's kind of working fine. I used that can to make another bench that I'm gonna make for one of my aunts or uncles. I'm just wiping everything off. I didn't get that on camera, but you get the general idea how to paint a sword with polyurethane and drying it off. Now I'm comparing the two. They kind of do look the same. It's just that the tip are very kind of different, and I haven't put the marks on the sword yet.